Okay. So yesterday, everyone gone through the recording, whatever was there. Anyone find difficulties to log in? Okay,
Not in all is good.
all is good. Okay, so these are the agenda we saw yesterday class. Okay, and then like any question from this, like as you people told, like you'll go through and then you will come back. Any question from the topic wise? Anything you want to add or anything you feel should be added? Okay. So I hope everything is fine. Later on, later class also, you people can say if anything required from your end that your friend is telling this also to be included. I will include that. But I feel as like 10 to 10.5 years of experience, I feel these are the topics is more than sufficient for ETL testing. Okay, and we'll try our level best to learn all these topics, and your hard work will be required to understand all these things and remember all these things. So we are going to fill the gap, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years gap. So we have to be sure that we'll be able to tell whatever the definitions are there. See, whatever interview you will attend in 4 years of experience with the 4 years of experience in ETL testing, and after like 4 years also, if you'll be like in with the experience of 8 years, you will feel that same types of questions they are asking. I feel personally, when I was 4 years of experience, I feel like same question they are asking in 8 years of experience also. Okay, so don't feel that when we'll have huge experience and the level of complexity will be high, it's all fine. Like SQL, if you're good in SQL, no one will stop you to get offer letter. Okay, so let's just start. So these are the agenda we covered, and today we are going to start with the very first topic in the data warehouse concept. So what is data warehouse concept? These are the topics what we are going to cover in this. So first we'll explain you data warehouse, why we need a data warehouse, why people go for data warehouse, okay, and why ETL testing came into picture. So those things I will show you. Okay. So these are the topics what I am going to cover in a data warehouse. First topic is data warehouse architecture. So generally one question is there, like anyone if they will think that why we need data warehouse, why ETL testing came picture or ETL architecture came into picture, why people went for data warehouse. So the general simple question is that you have a it's like simple data and warehouse. So it's a storage for data. So generally, like I think for past 20 years, before 20 years, what was happening? So we used to go in our office, we saw like government employees were working, entering file and all in police station, they were entering FIR in a file and all, and they will keep somewhere in a big hall or big room. They will store, they will keep a storage, and they will keep that all files and all these things. Okay, and if you'll go in a private company also, like in movies and all, you'll be seeing they will keep writing in a what is that file, and they will be storing somewhere. So those were very hectic work. Okay, those were very hectic work. And after that also the human error, chances of human error was huge. Okay, so chances of human error was huge. So what they came with the solution that why don't we use a database to store this data? Okay, so why don't we use a database to store data? So when you will have data for like say 10,000 or 20,000 of record, so you can store in data warehouse. Okay, when it will come from different location. Just a second. when you will have data from different location, you think that you consider police station. So each metropolitan city, it will have 15-20 offices, or like you consider in a small city also 4-5 places. So minimum it will have offices. So those places, it data will be generated in a simple way. I am telling. Okay, so those places, so if they want to populate data in database, so it will be generated through database. So they will keep there in a local state-wise database. So they will store like 10,000 daily database are generated, and from state-wise. So from those state-wise, when they will pull the data, it will be stored in a table only. Okay, so it will be like a daily 1 lakh cases will be generated, and they will keep in a database. So like old age, whatever they were using 20 years of previously, they were entering into the manually in a file and all that removed using database. Okay, and now if you go to any of the government office, uh, if you'll go for any places, any time, sorry, any government office, they are using laptop and all to enter all these details. You go in a RTO, you go in a police station, or you go in a hospital. So all places, they are using a laptop to enter data, and it will be connected with server. From that server, data will be stored in a database. Just a second. Someone calling me. Currently taking. Okay. So that's why, like, but it's not like single database. Okay. So single database, if you will store different types of data, then it will be very complicated. Okay. It will be very complicated. If you think that in police station only crime was their murder, their robbery, their stealing, someone will steal, and then it will be case. So these are all different categories. So storing this kind of data, they need a structure, architecture. Okay, architecture. So they came with the database architecture. Okay, so we'll store crime, like a murder, or like a thief and all these things, robbery in a one segment. And if something like fighting and all, it's in another database. So those architecture they have designed, and they put into the data warehouse architecture. They came with the data warehouse architecture. Simple example is that you take another example, Amazon web page. You take everyone do shopping in Amazon. I consider that everyone do shopping in Amazon. So what happened in Amazon? What happened in Amazon? They have a what they have a online portal. Okay, where like millions of customer they will join. Okay, so millions of customer they will log in to the system, and they will purchase. Okay, someone will purchase electronics item, someone will purchase uh, clothing, someone will purchase toys. Okay, so food item, all these things are there. Okay, so food item, all these things are there. So it's when they generate millions of billions of data using Amazon portal. So storing in one single database is always difficult. Okay, so if you they will store twice also, food also, electronics also, clothing also in one database, it will be very complicated. 1 billion of record. So what they come across, they came across with the data warehouse architecture. Okay, fine. So if I have electronics item, if I have clothing, if I have toys, if I have food item, if I have another things, whatever household items are there, it will go to the one database. Okay, it will go to the another database. It will go to the another database. Okay, so it will go to the another database, and it will go to the another database, and all these things will make one architecture that will be in form of data warehouse. Okay, data DWH architecture. In short form, we say DWH. So DWH architecture. Okay, so simply previously it was easy architecture they were making, but nowadays they are making a little bit complex. Snowflake came in picture that I will explain you in upcoming topic. Okay, so let's discuss first diagram wise. Don't confuse, you will get confused with the seeing all these things, but I'm just giving you a simple example of how data warehouse architecture formed, why we need to keep a data in a data warehouse. Okay, so this is the simple architecture I just taken from the Google. Okay, so I just taken from the Google and just kept it. I found that this is easy one, and you can just look into that. So how, what is this? This is data sources. Okay, data sources means what? So this is the data sources where data will be generated in the different sources. So in Amazon only, when we saw in Amazon only, we saw like data is generated online. So we can categorize it country wise, country wise, state wise. Okay, say United USA is generating some data, India is generating some data, China is generating some data. So these are all source system. Okay, so these are all source system, how they are generating data. So if you'll consider operational system are there, so all these are source. Okay, like no, uh, they will categorize as state wise, country wise, different region wise. They will categorize, and that will be stored as a operational database. Or like you take the example of Big Bazaar. So Big Bazaar, what happened? Big Bazaar. Suppose we have a 500 record. Suppose we have 500 stores all over India. Okay, so Big Bazaar is in India only. I don't feel outside India it will be there. So think that we have a 500 store. So 500 store, consider this is one store, 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 this is one store. Okay, and all these stores will generate daily so much of data, so much of data. Okay, so much of data. Locally, they will store in a database. Okay, so locally, all these places consider they have database, or it's generated through the Excel or XML file. It will generate and it will transfer to one particular source system, one particular source system it will transfer. So when it will generate data, millions of record it will generate daily, and it will be sent to the local system. So you can say that here one overall system will be there, that will be called as source system. Okay, so source system, so that will be called as source system. Here same thing, uh, data will be generated from different types of source, and flat files also. Flat files means data, raw data will be in a flat file format, and it will be stored in a staging area where see, these are all raw data. When you will go to shopping to Big Bazaar, when you will give the product, and they will ask you a mobile number, they will ask your name, they will ask your name. So when they will cashier will enter your detail, so maybe he will enter a wrong name. Okay, so maybe Mukesh. Okay, Mukesh, and then only K he will enter, or Mukesh uh, KUM he will enter. Okay, or mobile number will be in a, only the 10-digit number he will enter, and that also country code will be not added. Country code will be not added. Okay, so in that case, what happened? Data is in raw format, and data is not proper format. Okay, so to make that proper data in proper format, staging area are used. Staging area to make this data, raw data, to make the raw data properly. So we are using a staging area, and also the business rules. If customer want, no, I want my data to be I want my data to be loaded like year wise or monthly wise. So those rules will be applied. Or if I will show you the one simple database, and then I will explain you how we can relate the things. So this is the database. Okay. So Oracle SQL, I will help you to install all these softwares in your laptop personally. Okay, in document also I will mention that how to do that. And personally also, if you feel not you are not able to store, not able to install, I will help. Okay, so if you see here, we have an employee table. Okay, so employee table, if you'll see my screen, this is employee table where employee data are there. So in any organization, someone is on mute. Can you just go on mute? Okay. Okay. So what happened, like this is the employee database. Okay, so employee related details will be available. When we see employee ID there, first name, last name, email ID, phone number, hire date, job ID, salary, com commission percentage, and manager ID, department ID are there. So what I mean to say, when we have data, raw data here, and it's going to the further layer to make it proper. How we can say that we can make it proper? This is the raw data. Okay, so consider this is also raw data we have. Okay, so consider this is the raw data, and first name and last name. Customer want, I want only one column. Okay, so only one column. First name and last name. I don't want two column. I want in my target only one column. Stephen King, you ping as a you print as a Stephen King only. Okay. Or if you'll see email ID, so signatures are missing. Either like it's a Gmail at the rate gmail.com or yahoo.com or outlook.com. So it's not mentioned over here. So customer want, I want proper format. Either you add it at the rate gmail.com or yahoo.com or outlook.com. Okay, so they want their data, raw data, to be printed properly. Like phone number, if you'll see dot dot is there. So our general number will be how much, how it will be. Like my number is 63631909220. So in I don't customer what he's telling, client what he's telling. I don't want with dot. I just please remove dot and just put only 10-digit number. And if possible, you add a country code also. Our India country code is +91. So add country code also. So like this, they format they want. Okay. So if they want like this format, so those are the rules. Those are the rules developed by developer in Informatica tool. Okay. And when we learn the workflow, the data transform that is called as transformation logic. So those transformation logic, business rules will be applied in this layer, and when we run workflow in Informatica, it will load to the data warehouse and data warehouse. So one more question is coming at, what is Informatica? What is the role of Informatica? So Informatica is responsible to load data from this data source to this staging area database, and from this staging area database, after transformation logic, it will load to the data warehouse database. So all places you can consider. Here also we have database, here also we have database, here also we have database. Okay, and here also we have database. These are all data mart. It's all specific to the department. Okay, so if in company, if you'll see, you have different department, like programming team is there, IT team is there, account team is there, press are there. Okay, so all these different teams are there. So customer want, I want from this data, here data warehouse, all data are all together, all department data are all together. Okay, so customer want, no, I want separate data. IT data, you prepared a separate database. For marketing, you prepare separate database. Finance, you prepare separate database. So though after this also it will be categorized and it will be called as data mart. And then why we need a data warehouse? Overall, like company is giving so much of money to the IT company to prepare this architecture. Why we need a data warehouse? So why we need data warehouse? Simple, two three answers are there. Uh, Company want to store history data before 10 years. How was the sale? What are the stores were there? How the store city wise or how country wise stores were doing good or not 20 years back. They want to store all this data, history data they want to store. So that's why data warehouse architecture, they want a data warehouse architecture. And apart from that history data, what from that history data, from this history data, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years data, client want to see the report, like a store wise report. If I am a client, you think I am a client and I have 100 store all over India. So I want to see, okay, fine. Let me see Bangalore store, how is doing. Okay, Delhi store, how is doing. So how will we do? So from this data warehouse, we will generate the report. Okay, so daily wise report we can able to generate. We can able to generate monthly wise report, yearly wise report. Cognos tool is IBM tool where like it is mostly it is used in many places. Okay, so those are the reports they will be able to generate using this data warehouse, and they will be able to take decision. Think that they have invested so many money in one store and it is not giving a return. So those using those reports, they can be able to take the decision. Okay, fine, this story not doing good from past 1 year, to close it. Okay, or like they will think that okay, this story is doing very nice over the time, like in 5 years it's doing very nice. So we'll open another store nearby 1 or 2 kilometers in radius. So like that decision they can take, and they can generate the monthly sales, yearly sales, and profit margins. All these things they can generate business users. Okay, using the report from this layer, from the history layer. Once the data will be in a data warehouse, it will not change. So they'll be able to generate the report. So this is the general architecture of data warehouse. Any question, guys? Any question? If you have any question, please let me know. I will explain you. I will try to clear your doubt.
Can you explain what the flat file?
Sorry, your voice is. Can you just say a little?
Yeah, I'm saying, can you explain what about the flat files?
Yeah. See, data, when we have a data source, okay, consider when we have a big bazaar. Okay, so big bazaar, there 500, suppose we have 500 store all over India in big bazaar. So some of the store, they will generate data in a table format, database format. Okay, so in this format, local database format, it will store data in database locally. Some of them, like say 200, 300 stores, they store in a database format. Okay, they have this one. It's connected to the server and it will be transferred every end of the every day. But some of the store, out of 300 store, 200 stores, they generate through flat file data. Okay, so through flat file. So this is also customer related data will be available in this. Okay, daily wise it will be generated and it will be transferred to here. Okay, so now you're clear, or you want more explanation?
Yeah,
Okay. So data will be like either it will be stored in a locally in a database, or it will be in a flat file or a XML file. Okay. So those things are there. Any other question, guys? I hope everyone asked question.
James, what is the disadvantage for data warehouse?
See, disadvantage of data warehouse, like till now, though, we have seen all advantage only, but disadvantage of don't think in that way. Disadvantage, you consider all advantage only. See, previously people were storing data in a file format. When we have data warehouse, now they are able to store in a proper format, and we'll be able to access fast. If I have to access data, then I can say that select a start from table name. Okay, so it's a very fast to access. We don't need to go to the one godam, or like go down or one particular location to find the data. Okay, so using data warehouse, the life become easy for the people, or you can say that in hospital or in police station or any other government site, if you go online web portal or like any place if you go, it's become easy to generate data and store data, and in organized manner. This is all organized manner. So you cannot you don't think in disadvantage way. I feel like all advantage are included in this one. And if in file system, if 20 years, 30 years back, people were restoring, and if it's like fire or like national calamities will be there, like flood and all, the whole data will be lost. It. But another advantage that it's like it will be kept in a server. Nowadays, they are keeping in a cloud. So data will be never lost. Okay, so it will be like they will be able to keep lifelong data. So all advantage only. I did not find any disadvantage. Okay, so if you will come across of with any interesting disadvantage, uh, then let us know. Okay, but we are thinking that it's all in positive manner, and it's all are very good to implement in the database or in a small organization also or big organization also. And moreover, if you will go in a company wise or segment wise, retail segment, automobile segment, banking segment, uh, insurance segment, you go for online segment, the e-commerce segment. Everywhere they are using data warehouse because it's very easy to implement and organized way. Data will be there, history data will be there, and the user or the client or the boss of the company, they will be able to generate a report. So that's why each and every like 100 stories also there, they will go to store data in a database. Okay. So any other question, guys? Any other question? Disadvantage, you can take that complexity of the structure. Okay, one complexity of the structure when you will have a huge data. Okay, huge data. Then you can say that complexity will be huge, and you need like educated people who is having good knowledge of computer. Another way you can say like this, you can add these 2 points disadvantage, but these are the very minor thing. Anyone can understand. Then when database are there, then database will be working in a laptop or computer only. So you should have basic knowledge of this. But sometimes architecture will be very complex to store this data. You can consider that disadvantage. Okay. Other question, guys? Everyone clear on this?
Jane, this data mart will come data BA part, right? After
Yeah,
data.
see, this data mart, either it will come before data warehouse or it will come after data warehouse. It's again depends on the customer requirement, client requirement. Okay, so customer want, no, I want data mart after data warehouse, then they will design like this. The structure architecture will design like this. If they want data mart to be implemented before data warehouse, then they will make it architecture will design such a way that first data mart will come and then data warehouse will come. Other question?
Jayan,
Yeah,
actually, data warehousing is taking a raw data and splitting to particularly regarding to customer what are you using to
yeah,
taking the
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
It's a raw data. Like in local stores
Yeah,
when
this is
uh,
yeah. Data
mm,
source is raw data which is taking to warehouse,
yeah,
sending to warehouse. The users is taking to data mart.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other question, guys? Okay, if no one is having any question, then we'll move forward. Okay, so like simple definition wise, what is data warehouse? You can say that data warehouse is a database. So we saw, like I told you that this is database, this is database, this is database, this is database, this is database. These are all report generation. These are all not a database. You can see that we using laptop, people will be able to generate the report and they will be able to analyze. Okay, analyze means they will be able to analyze or examine their profit margin or how the sales is going on. So that's what like this is flat file. Okay, this is flat file source side only, but staging area you will have database, and warehouse will have a database. Data mart also will have database only. So same thing. Okay, so a data warehouse is a database and it is system used for reporting and data analysis. So reporting and data analysis. Final output is what for this all structure? Reporting, okay, and analysis by the customer. Reporting and analysis by the customer. Okay, so final output is reporting and analysis by the customer. So they will be able to take decision using seeing this report. So final output of data warehouse is reporting, and they will be able to store history data. So when they will ask interview what is data warehouse, okay, so you have to tell same thing, same definition you tell. So data warehouse is subject oriented, integrated, non-volatile, time variant. In data warehouse is subject oriented means what? Data subject oriented means what? They can analyze data about a particular subject or department. So subject oriented means you in organization you can make data mart or data warehouse for a particular subject, means like sales, finance, IT, okay, this marketing, all these things you can make data warehouse for the separate department. So what is the meaning of subject oriented? Integrated means what? It is integrated with multiple sources. From this multiple, consider 500, so 500 stores, or if Big Bazaar is having, so it's data is generated from those places and it will be stored. So integrated means data will come from multiple source and it will be integrated further. Okay, so non-volatile means once the data is in data warehouse, once the data will be in a data warehouse, it will not change because it will be a history data. Okay, it will be history data. If you will remove one day data also, it the whole report will report will be in a wrong format. Okay, so whole report will be not, it will not give the correct whatever the report. So if you will delete 1 month or 1 day data, so user will be not able to generate proper report. So it will they will have error. So 365 days, if 1 year data they will generate, and if you have deleted one month of data, then they will be able to see that okay, we have only 334 data. Why is this 30 days data? So it will be a huge problem. If anyone deleted data from this, means his job will be gone. But generally we will not have access. We will not have access to delete, insert data and all these things. It's all tool based application, and when we'll run the Informatica tool, the data will be loaded for the each layer. So it will be not deleted. If it will be deleted, then they will have backup in cloud and all. Okay. So nowadays they are investing lots of money on data warehouse. So this is the very good field to learn it, because I see many places. One person called and he was telling that we are just working. I'm just ETL tester, and Infosys company they had me, and they are putting me in a cloud. So I asked like, it's good no if you are working on cloud. So he told like, I don't know about cloud and all. I just they had me as a ETL tester, but now they are saying that you have to, I will train you for the data for the cloud part. You have to validate data. You have to validate data source and target only, but not Informatica tool. Use our cloud AWS or Azure tool or GCP tool to validate the data. So now nowadays in ETL testing, a few project, it is coming for the cloud, and now this is the correct time to learn ETL testing with 100% of your effort. Within within a 6 month, you will find that so many cloud applications are merging into ETL testing. So if you will now jump to ETL testing, you will get very nice package. So one of my friend, okay, one of my colleague, he was working in a different type, like still he's working in ETL testing only, using Informatica tool and all these things. But in my current project where I'm working, I'm using a mainframe as a source, and in between that, it will be converted using COBOL program and all. And GCP is my target. Google Cloud Platform is my target. Now if they are implementing, they trained me for Google Cloud, and they are telling me to validate these data. So nowadays see how important is increasing, how important this ETL testing is. Okay, so if you'll go through ETL testing now, this is the correct time to learn. in future, in after 1 year or 2 years, they definitely they will ask, do you have any cloud knowledge? And if you will now jump to any company, if you'll get cloud project, then you are very nice. If you will work for 1 year also there, and you will switch, then you can expect 100%, 2% hike on your that time salary. Okay, so this is the very correct time to learn ETL testing. If possible, I will show you my current project also. But this is my personal laptop. I have to take a screenshot from my old laptop and I will show you. Okay, it's still in development phase. I will show you once it will be in the testing phase in after 10-15 days if it will be implemented. Okay, so this is the very good thing. And another point is time variant. Time variant means it will store history data. Okay, so I explain you this. All layers will store history data. This is the one big advantage of the data warehouse. Any question, guys? People who are people
Okay.
who are yeah people who are learning development, okay, using Informatica tool. So I feel within 6 months or 1 year, the scope will be very less because cloud is coming. Testing will be there. Okay, testing will be there. Whether you do with Informatica tool or other tool, we don't have any manage. We will be playing with the source data and target data. Okay, so ETL testers will be there, and in huge number it will be there because when it will be moved to cloud, they need more people to validate those things. Okay, so you people, it's a very correct time to learn it. Make sure that give your best for 1 month. The very good package will be there. One of my student, okay, one of my student, he put like a certificate for 6.5 years, 6.5 years, and he was working in a contract from past 6 months. Previously, he put 6 years or only 5.5, and he worked for 7-8 months in the current project. Okay, and then he got for 22 lakhs. You believe or not, he got for 6.5 years, 22 lakhs package. Okay, 22 lakhs package. Why? Maybe cloud will come into picture. So that's why. Okay, so he don't know, he has not joined. He will join in some time. So I will try to call him in our call because morning time he will not wake up. He'll wake up at 11 o'clock. So I will request him to join for 10 minutes. Okay, so if he'll join, let me see. I requested another my student. So he has not joined. Okay, Pratik. Okay, he has not joined. I guess. Okay, so his name also Pratik only, but I got confused. Okay, so this is what we have. Any question, guys? I know these are all theoretical part. You will have difficulties to understand, but believe me, you consider general simple structure, data source, staging area where like rules will be applied, business rules will be applied, and here data warehouse, data will be stored, final data will be stored. Once the data will be in here, it will not change. Just simple. And why we need data warehouse? Because customer or user, they want to generate report, they want to see their company progress. So that's why they need water data warehouse. All these things whatever we are going to cover, it's a part of how it is working here, how it's working in this data warehouse, and that only we'll discuss more in depth, how the structure and all will be developed. Okay, so why data warehouse? So data warehouse improve the speed and efficiency of the accessing the different data set and make it easier for the corporate decision maker to derive insight that will guide the business and market strategy to set them apart from their competitor, improve their bottom line. As I explained you why we need data warehouse to fetch data, fetch data easily and with speed. Okay, so easily they can be able to fetch data, and the speed also. Manual work will be not there. If you'll use data warehouse, you can fire a query in a database and you will get all details. Okay, so like this. And they will be why they need corporate or like customer they need, so that they will be able to take decision. Okay, which story is doing very good, if in another story is needed in that area, or one story not doing good, from past 1 year or 2 years. So how to improve in that area, what product is selling more, so that loss factor will be decreased. So many things are there, they will be able to generate, and they will be able to take decision for their business decision, whether like how much profit we are generating. End of the day, whatever you do, everyone is working for money. Okay, company also, if you take, if we are learning ETL testing, we are also looking good money, so that we will able to survive, or we'll have the better life. If I am teaching you, I'm also looking for money, or other things also you consider, like the company part and all these things, they are looking for money. If they have settled Amazon, what do you think, like they are giving humanity basis or what? They are generating billions of money every day, and they are selling the product in a higher rate. They will be generating so much of the end of the day. It's a profit margin, how much profit margin we can able to increase using this report. Okay, so that's why they are able to generate, and they are going for the data warehouse, so that they'll be able to take decision. Okay, so next topic is, what is the difference between normal database and data warehouse? So normal database means what? In one way, you can think that this is a normal database. It's not connected with any of the servers. Just for the our knowledge purpose, this is the normal database. Okay, so you can consider this as a normal database, or you can say that normal database. These are all normal database. So there is no more complexity will be applied. The data, how data will be generated on the cache counter, it will be stored in that database. Okay, so this is the normal database, and this is the data warehouse database. Okay, that's what I have just explained. What is the difference between normal database and data warehouse? You can think that, what is the difference between this database and this database? Okay, so we'll see one by one what is the difference between both the database. Okay, before we start, just confirm whether I am clear or not, my voice is audible or not, or like anyone is facing any problem in listening, or I'm going fast, I should go slow, understanding problem, explanation problem. You want me to explain more or less? Just confirm me once, please.
No issue.
No issue, no, you are able to hear my voice properly. Okay,
Yeah,
and
Yes, sir.
okay, fine.
Little bit for just fast. Sorry.
So you feel little bit fast.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I should go slow. Okay, fine. So these are all little bit theoretical part. That's why I was going fast. And believe me, when you will study this document, no, you will be able to relate the things. And moreover, you have a recording. Okay, you have a recording. If you anytime you will be get confused, just listen my recording and make sure that your doubt will be clear. Or if you will have any doubt, still after recording also you will not be able to clear your doubt, call me, send message. I have created group for you, all people. Okay, so send me a message in a group, or ask in a group. So other people, if they are clear with that topic, they will clear your doubt. Or if I will see that message, I will, if no one will respond, I will wait for half an hour, 1 hour to respond. If no one will respond, then I will clear your doubt. If still in the message, you will not able to clear, or you clear your doubt, then we'll connect on phone or in meeting, and I will clear it. Or in next class also, you can ask doubt. So let's move forward. We'll not waste more time. Okay, so what is the difference between normal database and data warehouse? It's like a normal database optimized for transactional activity. Okay, so transactional activity, normal database is optimized for transactional activity. What it means, whatever the database are there, it is optimized for transaction activity. Means like in cash counter, how the we in cash counter, how customer purchase, whatever the customer says, 100 customer purchase. So those customer, when cashier will be entering amount or details, So those are called as transaction, and it will be generated. It will be generated for the 1,000 customer, and it will be stored here. So these are all transaction data. Think in simple way. When we'll go to a store in Big Bazaar store, you think that Big Bazaar store we are going. Okay, and cashier, we have purchased some TV, and we are going to the billing counter. So there, cashier will ask your name and details, your address or phone number, and then he will enter the product details. So those when he will enter product and you will make product, you will make payment either by card or by cash. So those are called a transaction. Okay, so single customer, one transaction. Like that, they will have 1,000 customer. So each day they will generate 1,000 transaction, and it will be stored in here. So in local database, this is the local database or normal database. It is optimized for transactional activity. So transactional data will be stored here. Okay, transactional data will be stored here, and will have a small amount of data. Okay, so if you'll compare data, this data, thousand data. Okay, so 1,000 data per day, 1,000 data per day, and billions of data per day with data warehouse. So here only 1,000 data in one day. Here history data for 20, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years data will be there. So definitely it is having less amount of data. And this is the day-to-day transaction data. Day-to-day transaction data will be stored. End of the day, end of the week, end of the month, depends on the company or how they do architecture. Data will move from here to here, or data will move to further layer. So in this normal database, end of the day, end of the week, this 1,000 record, whatever it's generating per day, it will be not stored. It will be empty. Okay, for another customer, it will be empty. So they have very less memory here compared to this data warehouse. Okay, so compared to this data warehouse, what it means. Okay, and whereas data warehouse will have huge data, and data warehouse store historical data. That's why data warehouse stores historical data. That's why it is having huge data from 500 stored. Data will every day, data will move to this data warehouse, and you can say that from 500 stores, so many data will be generated every day, and it's storing 50 years data, 20 years data, 10 years data. How much huge data will be there in a data warehouse? Okay, so like this you can say. Okay, and this is what is the difference between normal database and data warehouse. Another difference is database is designed to record data, whereas the data warehouse is designed to analyze data. So if you'll see in a local database, in normal database, it is optimized to store transactional data, whereas the data warehouse, whatever the data we have here, whatever the data we have, history data, what is the big benefit for company? They will be able to generate report from here, and they will be analyze the profit margin or loss margin from this data warehouse, store wise or country wise or state wise. They will be able to analyze it or examine it, and they can take decision based on the history data. So that is the meaning of normal database and data warehouse. Database needs to be available 24/7 and 365. Okay, so this is very important. You think that normal database, when we say big bazaar database, so it should be, if it's like 24 hours it's open, means it should be functional for all the times. Okay, functional for all the time. Otherwise what will happen, if will be stored for 3-4 hours also, say evening only 3 o'clock it's not working, and till 7 o'clock it's not working. 4 hour runtime here is there in one particular store, means what, for that day there is no sale only. Okay, most of the company will come in evening, and if it will not working, if it will not working for 4 hours in evening, okay, then it's a big loss for company from that store. Okay, from that store. So that it means, so it should be operational 24/7, means all the day in a week, all the hours in a day. Okay, all the day in a year. Okay, so it should be keep running all the time. Okay, it should be keep running all the time. Meaning downtime is costly. Definitely, if it's like not working, it will be lost for the company. Data warehouse are not as affected by downtime. So it's like if it will be for the maintenance activity, if you'll be down for one day also, because it is having all history data, users can wait. He can take decision tomorrow. There is no problem. So that is the meaning of normal database and data warehouse. I hope I'm clear. Any doubt, please ask. Guys, I'm expecting any question from you. If you're,
Hello,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, go
Sir,
ahead.
how
Tell me your name.
data lake house?
Your voice is noisy. Can you just tell me again?
Hello, sir. Is that data lake house is same as data warehouse, sir?
Yeah, it's almost same only, almost same. Little bit difference is there that I will add. I have not added data lake warehouse. I will add and I will explain you that as well. Okay. So, but see, wherever the data is there, the warehouse will come. The same structure will be there. Little bit difference will be there. That I will explain. Okay. Okay. Any other question, guys? Okay. So hope everyone is clear on this. If any doubt will be there, I will explain. You can ask later also. Then we'll discuss next topic is what is ETL. So what is ETL? Or for today, this is fine. You people are fine with the this topic. It will take another 10 to 15 minute time. Or you people are not tired. If you are tired, then we'll stop. If you are okay with proceed further, then we'll go ahead. Can you confirm all people?
Please continue.
Okay. I consider everyone is fine. Okay. So I will explain this topic and we'll close it. Okay. So what is ETL? ETL, which stands for extract, transform, and load. Okay. So ETL, we heard that ETL testing, data warehouse testing. Okay, Informatica testing. So ETL is the common term what we use. If you'll see my post also or some other places, I mentioned ETL testing. So what is this ETL? So ETL is nothing but extract, transform, and load. So what is extract? How it works? Extract. What is the meaning of extract? These are all English term. What is the meaning of extract, transform, and load? So if you will see here in our structure, like 500 stores are generating data. 500 stores are generating data, and we have to extract this data from here, and we have to load data to this one, and we have to extract, transform, and load. Okay, we have to extract data from 500 stores. Okay, consider we have 500 stores. It's like more than that, less than that, depends on the company structure. Okay, so we have to extract data from this 500 source, and we have to load here, we have to transform here in a staging area, and then further it will be loaded to data warehouse. So extract from this layer, transform in staging area, and load into data warehouse. So extract from the source, transform in this layer, transform into this layer, staging area, load into data warehouse. That is the meaning of, that is the general meaning of ETL. Okay, so this works when we'll say that this complete structure works on based on the ETL process. ETL process means extract from the source, transform into a staging area, and load into data warehouse. Okay, so this is the meaning of, okay, so this is the meaning of ETL process. ETL process. Extract, transform. What is the meaning of transform? I just use direct word. What is the meaning of transform? As I shown you, customer want this as to be one name only. Okay, Stephen King, only one column it is there. So if you'll see here, these are all column. Top level we have column. This is all called as row. if you will consider these are all rows. Okay, so horizontal wise, this is called as row. This vertical wise, it is called as column. So employee ID, first name, last name, email ID, phone number, these are all column in a database, and this is called as rows. Okay, these are all called rows. So how, if I say that how many rows we have, how many rows we have? We have total 107 record, 107 rows in this table. Okay, in this table, employee table. And how many column we have? So in this employee table, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 columns are there. So when I say column, so don't confuse. When I say row in a database, don't confuse. Okay, so what is the meaning of transformation in this staging area? Transformation means whatever the business logic, okay, whatever the business rules customer want, how customer want to load their data. Okay, so what are the rules they want to implement into the source side data, into the raw data? Those rules will be applied into staging area. Those rules will be applied into staging area. Okay, so what are the rules customer want? Suppose customer want, I want my this first name, last name should be a one name column. Full name you can mention a column name, and Stephen King I want in one column only. Okay, and another business rule, the what customer they want to change their raw data. Okay, this is my raw data. Customer, I am just getting skin only in email section. I want with signature. Okay, signature means at the rate gmail.com, at the rate yahoo.com, at the rate outlook.com. You please insert a signature also. I want my target data warehouse data to be loaded in a proper format. Okay, proper format. Phone number I don't want two dot dot. I want only 10-digit number with country code. So this is the rule. What they will do, developer will implement into Informatica tool, and when we'll run the workflow, we'll be able to see these are the changes. Okay, in data warehouse. Okay, in data warehouse, in our target database, in our target database. So this is the, these are all the business rule. This is called as business rule, how customer they want to store data in a database. So these are the rules are called transformation logic. Okay, so transformation logic. So this transformation logic will be applied here, and then after transformation logic is applied, the data will move forward. That is nothing but loading of final data. Okay, so this is what we have meaning for extract, transform, and load is a data integration process that combines data from multiple data sources into a single consistent data store that is loaded into data warehouse other target system. Okay, that will be stored in a data consistent in other data warehouse system. So how ETL works, or how it will work? There are three steps. Three steps. Okay, three steps for the ETL process and enable data to be integrated from source to destination. Source to destination means source to target. Source means our local database to target database, data warehouse database. These are data extraction, data transformation, data loading. Just now I explained what is the extraction, what is the transformation, what is the loading of the data. So we are extracting data from the source. We are we are providing transformation in a staging area, data transformation based on the business requirement or from the customer requirement. Okay, on the customer demand, we'll implement transformation logic in a staging area, and finally we'll load data into data warehouse. That is the meaning of ETL process. Okay, ETL process. So if you read data extraction, it will be explained in the same way. Okay, so the process of reading and extracting the data from multiple source system into the Informatica server is called the data extraction. Data extraction. Okay, Informatica data can extract or read different methods such as SQL Server, Oracle, and many more. Informatica data can be extracted or read different methods such as SQL. So these are the database will be involved. So you consider this line is useful for you extract data from multiple source system. How we can extract data using Informatica tool. When we run a workflow, it will be responsible. Informatica will be responsible to load this source data to this layer and this layer. So one intermediate tool will be there in between all these things. Okay, all these things. And when we'll run workflow in Informatica, we'll be able to load data from this to this to this. Okay. So this is the what is the use of Informatica tool. So data transformation is what? Data transformation is a process of converting the data into required formats. Required format means business format. Okay, business format or on-demand customer requirement. Customer how they want to be how they want their data, their source data to be loaded in the target data. So that is the meaning of transformation, data transformation. Okay, so rules will be applied in that staging area and it will be loaded. So data transformation support the following activities such as data merging, data cleansing, data aggregation, data scrubbing. Data merging means it will be like combined data from multiple source system and it will be loaded. Data cleansing means you saw like the phone number is not in correct format, or sometimes one instead of a number you will find the alphabet. So those are not proper format, so they will make proper and it will be get loaded. Data aggregation, so aggregate wherever it's required to aggregate data, they will do aggregation. Okay, so data scraping, like a new data will arrive from the source system for every day. So that is the scrubbing, data scrubbing. Data loading means data loading is used to inserting the data into target system. There are two types of data loading, such as initial load, data load, or incremental load or daily load. Okay, so data loading means it is the process to load data from a staging area to data warehouse. In this also we have two types, when initial load or full load. By the name itself, it's saying that initial means first time when data will be loaded. Uh, First time when the data will be loaded, that is called as initial load or full load. Okay, okay, and next time when you say delta load, by the name itself, if you say delta or incremental, means what? We if we want to increment data day by day, means that is the called as incremental. Means apart from top of this data, when the data will be loaded again, okay, top of this data will be loaded again, that will be called as incremental data. Or we have already in a database for 100 days data, we are going to load for 101 days data, that will be called as incremental load. Okay, so this is what we have for data related ETL process: extract, transform, and load. You now easily you can explain in your company in interview if they will ask what is ETL. So same thing you can explain. Okay, I have explained you a lot for this. You don't take 10-minute time. If they will be over smart, over what is that, impressed. You take 2-3 minutes to explain this like this only. Okay, and you can face the interview. So that's what I have one request to everyone. Can you all just drop me your mail ID so that I will be able to track and I will share you this document. One by one, can you just drop me a mail, please? I request you all. Thank you. Hi everyone, please drop your mail. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think that everyone dropped your mail ID. Okay, so how do you feel, guys? Any doubt, any questions you want to ask related to career or related to ETL testing course? You just please, like, this is the second day I'm taking, and I feel you will have little bit a few questions regarding your like job, or regarding your how the course will go, what are the things I'm going to cover. Okay, so any question, guys, please ask. Meanwhile, like, people can, whoever not dropped their mail ID, they can drop. Guys, you can go ahead. Okay, please ask questions. if no one is having question, then I want to only initiate it. So just give me your 1 month, your lifetime, how you have prepared in engineering school and all. I hope everyone, you will have best time in a school, college and all. That time you received so much nice percentage and all. I I I trust you people. I just request you people, give me your 1 month best preparation, best time. Okay. You give me your best 1 month, prepare nicely. Don't do any other activity. Think about ETL testing and you do your job or something like that, but focus on ETL testing. There are lots of job in market. People are getting with 6 years of experience, 3 years of experience, 5 years of experience. Huge they are getting 5 years of experience, they are getting 15 lakhs. Okay, the 6 years they are getting 22, 20 lakhs, like that. Okay, so you just give me your best 1 month. 1 month only you give me. I will make sure that offer letter will be in your hand. You give me your best one month from your life. Just put effort how much you can, you will have your offer letter in your hand. Okay.